Good Sunday morning, y'all. Just want to talk about pets and some folks that shouldn't have them. And I'm going to start by talking about this truck stop that was in Gila Bend, Arizona. Yes, I pronounce it Gila Bend. It's spelled G-I-L-A, and the expert Hispanic pronunciation people will tell me it's pronounced Gila Bend, but I call it Gila Bend. I've been through it thousands of times. Well, okay, at least 1,000 or 1,500. And we used to stop there and do our laundry and take a shower because it was never crowded, and the laundry was cheap. Well, anyway, it's also like this little oasis in the desert. And it was, sometimes in the summer, my God, it would be 110, 117, 115. And the parking lot was black. And not only was it black, but every couple of years they would spray seal it with liquid black tar, whatever they seal it with. So it was jet black. And man, it would get so hot you could feel the heat of the parking lot through your shoes. When you were walking across it, it was that hot. And people would pull up into this truck stop and take their dogs out of their cars and set them down on this tar parking lot, and all of a sudden the dogs would just go freaking out, and people wouldn't have any idea why their dogs were misbehaving. And you could fry an egg on that parking lot. It was that hot. And people, we didn't see it just once in a while. We would see it so often, it would just blow my mind that there were that many truly stupid people who didn't know the pain they were causing their dog by setting him on that red hot tar, burning his feet, and they had no clue why. And I sort of thought about that this morning. It just popped in my head, one of the little memories that you're sitting here drinking my coffee and enjoying my dogs. And I had that little memory of how fortunate these dogs are to have people that love them. And, I don't say our lives suffer in other areas, but it's very, very expensive taking good care, health-wise, of 3 dogs. And, there's people that get animals, and those animals never see a vet, and they have ailments that they live with their entire life, and people just don't take care of them. Like here in the South, if you have an outside dog, that dog, unless you treat that dog has heartworms. And some people just get a dog and they think that's it. That's where you feed it once a day, and that's it. But there's a whole lot more to having a pet than just getting it and keeping it from pooping in your house. And those people that would set their dogs on that 170-degree tar are the kind of people I was thinking about that shouldn't have pets. If they're not smart enough to know that they're setting bare, shoeless feet down on tar that you could cook an egg on, and not understand why the dog was freaking out and jumping around. Maybe maybe a goldfish would be a better pet for somebody like that. Boy, it is a beautiful, beautiful day. The sun is just now coming up. And that dog, Breezy, excuse me, it's still morning, I'm still clearing my throat. perfect example of people who shouldn't have had a dog. Breezy lived in that house there. They got him when he was a puppy. And, you know, they would be gone for 7 or 8, 9 hours during the day. And of course the puppy would poop in the house. He's a puppy. And they would get mad and stick him outside. So eventually, after about a month and a half or 2, they stuck him on their back porch in a cage that was 2 foot by 3 foot. And that dog lived for 6 months in that cage. And they would forget to feed him. And every time I would go by there on my lawnmower, he wouldn't have any water. So I asked the lady if she wanted to get rid of that dog. And she said, no, he's really valuable. You know, I gave $1,200 for his father and I can't remember what she gave for the mother. And so she wouldn't give them to me. She wouldn't sell them to me. So I would go over there with a PVC pipe and slide a PVC pipe through my fence into his cage, and I would pour food down this PVC pipe, and then I would pour water into his dish if it wasn't tipped over. And if it was, I would just drip water down there through the pipe slowly so he could get a drink. And I kept that dog alive. Those people, they were not nice people. The husband had gone to jail twice, Angola. And anyway, after 6 months, I'm not going to go into the story, but the guy had got released from Angola and came home. And after he was home a couple days, I went over there and knocked on the door, and I left with this dog. And by the time I got him, he had been sitting in his own pee and poop for so long that he didn't have any hair on his arms and legs or belly. He was just matted down with his own poop. It was a nightmare, a horrific situation for a dog to be in. And I took him from their house right to the vet. And it took months. When it's my neighbor walking, so they'll be barking. I may have to shut this off for a second. Okay, we got him to stop. We threatened him with the barking collar. And we changed positions. So I took this dog to the vet and got, you know, it took a couple of months for us to get him fixed up and cleaned up and hair back on his legs and him to sort of become normal. And when I got him home, you know, we put him on the grass. He had never been on grass in his life. He didn't know how to run. He couldn't walk very far. And it took another couple of months before he basically turned back into a dog and did dog things and became a happy little thing. And this dog, an irresponsible pet owner, did not get a mama dog fixed. And the mama dog was a mountain cur, and she was an outside dog on a chain, so she couldn't get away from dogs that when she came into heat. And the daddy happened to be a bulldog, so she is mountain cur and bulldog. Anyway, he gave away at a yard sale. He was giving away the puppies way too soon. They were 4 weeks old, and you can't take puppies from a mama at 4 weeks. But he was giving them away, and she was the last one. And the mama had tried. The mama was so hungry that she had ate a couple of the puppies, and she had tried eating this one. She still has a scar on her back from her mama trying to eat her. And anyway, we got that puppy. And if you look back 6 years in my videos, you'll see her just a few days after we got her. She was 4 weeks old. And we had to give her really soft, mushed up, watery food. Anyway, but the video was about some people who don't realize what a responsibility having a pet is should just forego pets. You'd be doing dogs and cats a favor if you just let somebody else have them. If you can't afford to vet them or you don't have time to take care of them, you probably shouldn't have them. What a beautiful day. Don't forget to decompress, y'all. Take a deep breath. Get the static out of your head. Enjoy the blue sky. Keep the news off. Leave your phone in the house. Just take a half a day and enjoy life. Have a good day, y'all.